that done seen the mountaintop. I wasn't looking for Jesus, shit, I was selling that drop. But I'm still here, yeah, I'm still here, man. Shit, see, I done been in them traps when them hoes came suited. They plan was to prosecute, but I'm still here, yes. See, I done gambled out so much money playing that blackjack. I charge it to the game, cause I ain't never gonna get that back. But I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here, man. Say, Dio, man. See, I done sold more powder than Johnson & Johnson. Man, the streets, they'll call that a motherfucking monster. Yeah, baby, but I'm still here. What? Shit. And all them boys in the West started going fed. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Shit, I was kinda scared. Cause I was hearing all the things that was being said. Street niggas in there, shit, they busting heads. But I'm still here. Shit, I'm still here, dog. And when them other pussy niggas tried to touch me, the Lord had his hands over me. I guess you could say that I was kinda lucky. Cause I'm still here. Man, I done pushed more foreign cars than some of these so-called stars. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I couldn't even pronounce some of them cars. I think one of them was a Maserati and a Aston Riley. I don't know for sure, but I was shitting everybody. Cause I'm still here. See, I done sold more green grass that grows on this earth. Shit, if you would've told me at birth, I would've asked you first. Cause I'm still here. See, I done been around long enough to see and know all these Dallas rappers. Some of them trill, but a lot of them actors. But I'm still here. Man, shit. I'm one of the few niggas who can go to any hood and chill. It ain't because I'm hard, it's simply cause I'm real. Shit, cause I'm still here. See, I'm one of them young niggas that done seen the mountaintop. I wasn't looking for Jesus, shit, I was selling that drop. But I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here, man. Shit. See, I done been in them traps when them hoes came suited and booted. At the front and the back, though, they plan was well executed. But I'm still here. Yes. See, I done gambled out so much money playing that blackjack. I charge it to the game, cause I ain't never gonna get that back. But I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here, man. Say, Dio, man. See, I done sold more powder than Johnson & Johnson. See, I'm one of them young niggas that done seen the mountaintop. I wasn't looking for Jesus, shit, I was selling that drop. But I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here, man. Shit. See, I done been in them traps when them hoes came suited and booted. At the front and the back, though, they plan was well executed. But I'm still here. Yes. See, I done gambled out so much money playing that blackjack. I charge it to the game, cause I ain't never gonna get that back. But I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here, man. Say, Dio, man. See, I done sold more powder than Johnson & Johnson. Man, the streets, they'll call that a see, I'm one of them young niggas that done seen the mountaintop. I wasn't looking for Jesus, shit, I was selling that drop. But I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here, man. Shit. See, I done been in them traps when them hoes came suited and booted. At the front and the back, though, they plan was well executed. But I'm
said I would. Hey Chief, what's up, brother? Still the Baptist, man. Brother, I feel you more than you know. It's kind of sad, brother. It's funny. You see a lot of stuff. I want a few niggas to go anywhere. You know why? No matter, because I always seem like I'm by myself. I always tell my people, brother, I don't know what they talking about or what they doing before I get somewhere. But I promise you I know what they gonna be talking about when I leave. Yeah, brother. Love me or hate me is your choice, brother, but respect is not an option. I go by the name of John the Baptist, because I got a bad habit of telling the truth and speaking his word and talking about the end of days, because that's what my daddy Jesus Christ did when he was on this earth. And that's all he asked any of us to do. So I don't know about everybody else, but I'm geared to try to be like him, because that's what a real, not Christian, but disciple is supposed to do. Because he didn't call us to be Christians, he called us to be disciples, to fish for the souls of men. Yeah, ooh-wee. I feel you, brother. I'm hungry, brother. I tell you, brother, I am humble and I am hungry, brother. And you know what? He gave me a gift and talent, brother. He gave me something to fish with. I'm finna fish with it. I tell you, brother, I tell you, ooh-wee, it is scary good, brother. Love me or hate me is your choice, but respect is not an option. Only my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ can judge me. I'm free. He that the Son set free is free indeed. Ooh-wee. Brother, I'm from the hood, brother. I'm from South Dallas, brother. Let me tell you something. It's funny because you say South Dallas and West Dallas. I used to kick it at the old 214, brother. Let me tell you something, man. I have fun. You'll always find me around souls and music, brother. Because I love to dance, I love to talk about him. And that's what I do 24/7, 365, so I'm always at church. Okay, I love my work, because you know what? I tell people, if you don't have peace where you lay your head, then you're always at work. And who wants to work 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365, unless they love what they do? Wow. Yeah. You say they say they love me, but they don't. You say they're Jews, but they're rules and sheep clothing. You're the synagogue of Satan. Brother, let me tell you something. I tell people, we're living in the end of days, brother. This is the end of the, and we're living in the end of time, brother. We're living in the time where Jesus was talking about. Yeah. You know what? I ain't choose it, it chose me, brother. If I didn't follow rock fell on me. Let me tell you something, I'm just a cool dude, brother. I just love to have fun, I love to dance, I love people, you know what I'm saying? I'm just real people, man. But this world teaches people to judge. People say they don't judge, but guess what? The first thing they do is judge, because they either decide or try to decide if they like you or accept you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? I didn't even ask the question. I didn't even ask the question, brother. Guess what? People sure want to give you their opinion. And they'd be the first one to say, the Bible said don't judge. Yeah, guess what? He said, judge ye not lest ye be judged by the same measure. Which means this. See, if he's the ultimate example, then nobody on the earth should be comfortable. Because nobody's going to be perfect but him. But you shouldn't be trying to be perfect. You should just try to be perfect as best you can. And then you cast your cares on him because he cared for you. Yeah. Yeah, brother. It's harvest time, brother. I know you love the Lord, brother, just like I do. You know what? Tell people, man, Until you never know what it's like to walk in another man's footsteps. You never know what it's like to walk in another man's shoes, but you can know some of his footsteps. It's almost, I tell people, be true to yourself, but adapt to your environment. Most people don't know themselves though. They're too busy trying to fit in, trying to be like everybody else. Guess what? We call to be different. We call to be real royalty. We represent the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and everybody running around calling themselves king this and king that. Guess what? Okay, whatever king you are, king of pop, king or whatever, guess what? You're the king of all kings, Lord of all lords, and guess what? It don't even matter. Only thing that matters is if they knew him. Yeah. It's the only thing that matters. Yeah. Brother, I know you, it's funny, you said something about you was already cash money, brother. See, if you go back, I did some stuff. Man, I'm telling you, brother, the first time I heard you, and I was in my boy Snoop Crew, I'm telling you, brother, I was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude, man, it touched me, brother. So I didn't ask for a blessing. Guess what? Go back and get some other video. Bro, I'm telling you, I shout out to you a lot, brother. I tell you, I love you, brother. I do. I'm telling you something, brother. Use zero. It's a figure, bro. I'm telling you something. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that love the Lord, but you know, it's almost like it's not profitable to really love the Lord unless you into all the organized religion and stuff, and then guess what? It's still controlled. Man, he said, my so-called people, light is gone out. It started when you bought the separation of church and state. Now you ain't even saw the light, because if you ain't got your 503(c), you don't get your tax breaks. Why you ain't gonna tell you the truth? He said, man. He said the gift of salvation is free. The truth is free. So how are you gonna charge for it? You got ATMs, and I'll tell you something, brother. I tell people I go to church 24/7, 365, brother. If you always keep it in first in everything you do. Yeah. It's like church is not somewhere you go or somewhere you have to move to. Church is where you at. Yeah. Church is where you at because you are the church. It's like he said, I gave you all one book and yet you're still divided. Why you ain't gonna tell you the truth? Want me to lie to you, make you feel good like the devil's doing to you? I'm the one who knew no sin. You know they found me guilty at the very end? All I was guilty of was trying to save them from themselves. Why you hating when I tell you the truth? It's ever since the beginning of time, the deceivers love the whole world into a state of sleeping mode. First tried to trick your brothers diamonds and gold. His latest trick this time was to get you with the Da Vinci Code. Why you hating when I tell you the truth? You see, let me tell you a story about a man named Bill. You fooled a lot of people with all your government handouts. Even betrayed our country and got caught with your pants down. Yeah, it is simply the fact that your pants on your knees. Because you knew they wouldn't accept you taking money from the Chinese. Why you sold us out, I don't know your reason. But if they knew the truth about you, instead of being at peace, they got the treason, Mr. Bill Clinton. Why you hating when I tell you the truth? He said, I gave you all one book, but yet you are still divided. Now I'm coming back, there ain't no sense in hiding. I'm looking for one bride, and she's looking kind of scary. All y'all fighting over petty doctrine, and you lose to this girl named Mary. She's the great harlot of Revelation 17. Not only she deceived the masses, she even deceived kings. He calls you great whore because you fornicate all the kings of the earth. Not only you teach false doctrine, you got little boys you heard, Mr. Pope, Catholic priest, Catholicism. Why you hating to tell you the truth? He said, most people don't know why they believe what they believe. That's why they're so easily deceived. Because they leave all their knowledge, information, their relationship with God for 2 hours on Sunday and 30 minutes of TV. He said you keep switching the channels, searching for your next blessing. That's what you call it now when you're working 3 jobs and your kids got you stressing. Take my advice, get on your knees and repent and go back and get a couple more Sunday school lessons. Why you hating when I tell you the truth? He said if those who are chosen, I use the word if, will humble themselves to tell the truth that I told, they won't spend so much time chasing after the world's fool's gold. Why you hating when I tell you the truth? He said my so-called people, your light is gone. My so-called sheep, the light is gone out. It started when you bought the separation of church and state. Now you didn't even sought out light. Just a lukewarm mess. My so-called people, your light is going out. You started when you bought the separation of church and state. Now you didn't even sought out light, because if you ain't got your 501c, you don't get your tax breaks. Why you hate me? I'll tell you the truth. God said, keep your eye on the prize, which has always been heaven, and pray with all your might. If you follow my word, not some fancy man or some fancy temple, you will live a blessed life. God said the worst thing is to be wrong or deceive, lay out to see a lukewarm, and think that you're right. The consequence, if you don't, could land you in jail. Or rejecting Jesus Christ will land you in hell. He said the deception is going to be strong. That's why he said, guard your eyes and your ears, because it's the pathway to your soul, and I'll give you the strength to hold on. Why, sheep, when you look up and hear my voice, you know, then it's time to come home. Why you hate me? I'll tell you the truth. John the Baptist.